Now, you told me before in presentations, I think we were in Munich a couple of months ago, that it's not really an aggregator, but I'm going to ask our other panelists. I mean, the role of aggregators are surely Harris and Intel, big corporations. We're very lucky today to have 3 huge corporations in terms of revenues and brand and relevance and whatever. Have you thought of entering into the aggregation space, or have you got thoughts on who's going to win? I mean, in the US, we have more aggregators than here. You have Booking.do and you have VukuNet in Europe. In the US, you have everybody from Do Media to RView to AdCentricity to lots of different ones. Yes. Any thoughts from that one? Because your ad manager would fit into some of these as well, I would have
Sure.
thought.
So we don't have any, just as a company, any aspirations to become an aggregator as part of our core business. However, we certainly see the technology that we provide to the marketplace as having a natural fit with the aggregation firms like the ones you've listed, AdCentricity or RView. Most of the aggregators we've talked to fulfill a very specific role on the planning side of the business. And this goes back to creating those bridges between planning, campaign planning, and then campaign flighting and execution, and then the feedback loop back. So we view aggregators, I think that there'll always be a role for an aggregator in the marketplace. I think that given the fragmentation of some of these networks, like different health club networks or pharmacy networks or doctors networks, in order to build scale, you're going to have those aggregators in the marketplace that build them and bring them together. And then you'll have the larger networks, the larger brand networks like the 7-Eleven network or et cetera. So for us as a technology provider, we think we can absolutely provide value to them from the execution and the campaign flighting side of the business.
Okay. From my perspective, I think that the role of the aggregators is really critical in the industry. Derek talked about the fact that you have to pick up the phone 30 to 40 times to plan a nationwide campaign, right? But if I'm an agency and I'm going to make 3% on that campaign, why do I make 40 calls? Why can't I just make 1 call and call Google? Why can't I just make 1 call and call ESPN?
You could call Intel.
Right? So
they spend lots of money on advertising.
So my point is that we do need the aggregators, and it's a critical role. It's absolutely necessary.